Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be flying out one of my favorite warbirds, the SBD-3 Dauntless. The Dauntless was a US Navy Marine dive bomber during World War II to fight the Japanese. There were 5,936 SBDs produced between the years of 1940 through 1944. The Dauntless played a major role in the Pacific. Just as an example of how great this aircraft was, on June 4th, 1942, during the Battle of Midway, SBDs destroyed 4 Japanese aircraft carriers, which had a dramatic effect on the Japanese. The Dauntless was even used to fight against A6M Zeros, which were lethal in the Pacific. The Dauntless has been credited with an amazing 138 aerial kills, 106 of them being Zeros. This aircraft has a default armament of 2 50 cal machine guns. Once you've spaded the Dauntless, you can add 2 gun pods with 2 more 50 cal machine guns on both pods. That's 6 machine guns in total. That's great since it's at a BR of 2.0 and it can carry that armament. The Dauntless flew all over the Pacific and was in the battles of the Coral Sea, Midway, Guadalcanal, just to name a few. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. Here's me flying out the SBD-3 Dauntless. As I'm looking below me, I see a lot of enemies, so I'm going to dive on them. The Dauntless has a very effective air brake when you dive. If you want to slow down even more, use opposite aileron and opposite rudder. That's called a forward slip. That will make you hold a certain airspeed and descend in altitude. The Dauntless is very prone to flat spinning, so you want to make sure that you don't over control. I choose my target as this HE-112, so I dive on him. I fire here, get severe damage, rip his flap off, and take him out. Now with all that energy I just gained from diving, I'm going to climb back up a little bit and level out. I'm going to fire at this BF-109, get severe damage, and rip his wingtip off. After that kill I look around and behind me to see where my enemies are. I see this BF-109, so now I'm going to chase him. He's going to climb up, but I'm still just going to turn in behind him. I look behind me again. I realize that he's going vertical, so I don't follow him. I see that he stalls out above me, so I change my mind and go vertical to try and kill him. All I have to do is fire a couple shots here and rip his wingtip off. And then after that kill I do the hammerhead maneuver. You can use this maneuver whenever you're going vertical and are about to stall by just using full rudder one way. I also dump the flaps here to give myself more lift as I pull up. Once again I'm looking around me for my enemies. I see at least 3 enemies coming in about a mile away from me, so I dive. You really have to be careful when flying the Dauntless because this aircraft is very slow and it's very underpowered. I know I'm not going to outrun these guys, so I'm going to turn in towards them. Pull up because I know I'm not going to turn in quick enough. Pull back into them. Look around me. There are just so many enemies around me, so I'm just going to try to get some lucky shots off. Fire away. I'm able to kill that guy. Now on to the 109C. Fire away. And take him out. I can't really do much whenever my team decides to just die immediately and get nothing done and let Luca do all the work. So then I just die. I was able to get an ace, so that's good. Now we're in the next game and I see a DB7, so I'm going to try to go for him. I fire a little farther out to see if I can get some lucky shots off. I'm able to crit him. Now that he dove back into me, I'm going to try to get some more shots off. Rip his flap off. And I'm able to take him out. Now I see a Key 45 going head on with me. Fire there. Set him on fire. For some reason he turns back in towards me. That's great for me. Fire again here and I take him out. I see this BF-109 below me, so now I'm going to dive on him. I'm not even going to use my speed brakes because I know I'm going to need all the energy I can get. Fire there. I'm able to take him out and climb back up to altitude. Thankfully I already started my climb and there's an HE-100 below me. He dives down. Once I see him dive down, I dump my flaps and then I dive down with him. I'm looking around me to make sure that there's no enemies around me. He turns in towards me. I fire away and I'm able to take him out. I see 2 enemies below me, so now I'm going to dive on them. This BF-109 only has 1 wing, so I'm not even going to bother firing at him. Instead, I'm going to go and help my teammate. I miss my shots here. Pull my air brake and pull up. Just barely missing his nose. Now I'm gonna pull back down into him. And all I have to do is stay behind him. He reverses the turn, which is good for me. I fire and take him out. Just like that, we win the game and I get an ace. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If anyone has any suggestions on what aircraft I should fly next, please leave it in the comment section down below and I would be happy to fly the aircraft.